listen closely, because what you're about to hear isn't just another message scrolling past your screen. It's no accident that you've landed on this video at this exact moment. Deep down, you already feel it. Something is shifting in your life. Something powerful. Something you may not fully understand yet. But one thing is certain: you were led here for a reason far bigger than you can imagine. For so long, people may have doubted you. They dismissed your dreams, whispered behind your back, maybe even tried to break you down. But soon, those same people will realize what a mistake they made. They'll see you rising higher than they ever thought possible, and their own hearts will feel the weight of regret. Because you are not ordinary. You are chosen. What's happening around you right now is not just coincidence or good luck. This is divine movement. A protection so strong that even those who try to harm you will find their plans falling apart. They won't even dare to touch you now, because they'll sense it, the shield around you. They'll understand, maybe too late, that you're not walking alone. Before we dive into the heart of this life-changing truth, pause for a second. Breathe. If this message is already stirring something inside you, it's because your spirit recognizes it. Show that you're ready. Hit the like button so more people can find this message. Leave the number 99 in the comments as a signal of faith and alignment, and commit to watching until the very end. Only those who are truly meant to hear this will feel the pull to stay. That's how you'll know. Because here's the truth: chosen ones are not like everyone else. They're guided, protected, and lifted in ways the world cannot explain. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's God's hand. Every time someone tries to tear you down, they're not just fighting you, they're going up against a force far greater than themselves. And every single time, that force wins. This protection shows up in ways you may not even see. Sometimes it's a sudden intuition that tells you to take a different path. Other times, it's a friend or stranger showing up at just the right moment. It's like an invisible lighthouse in the middle of the storm. Always there, always guiding, even when you feel alone. That's why no matter how dark it gets, you always find your way through. And here's what many don't realize: trying to harm a chosen one doesn't just fail. It backfires. The energy they send out returns to them. The road they planned for you becomes their own stumbling block. This is universal justice, and it never misses. It may not happen overnight, but it always comes full circle. Behind your calm presence, there's a power at work that no one can see. A force wrapping around you like armor. It's why you've survived storms that should have broken you. It's why doors open for you at the right time. It's why those who oppose you eventually regret it. So remember this: you are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are walking with something far greater than yourself. And no matter what anyone else tries, no matter how dark things look, your path is already secured. This is your time to rise, and nothing, no person, no plan, no obstacle can stop what's coming for you. Even though most people can't see it, there's a powerful shield wrapped around the chosen ones. It's invisible to the eye, but undeniable in its presence. Like the air we breathe, always there, always surrounding. This isn't an ordinary shield made of steel or stone. It's armor forged in the deepest parts of their soul, built over years of learning, giving, and growing. It's proof of who they've become. It protects them not just from harmful energy or ill intentions, but even from situations of real danger. This inner barrier is more than mental protection. It's a reflection of their purity, their importance, and their connection to something higher. What most people don't realize is that the chosen ones are constantly tested by life. The world throws obstacles at them that seem impossible, challenges meant to break their spirit, yet somehow they emerge stronger every time. Storms rage around them, but they move forward with a calm resilience that leaves others wondering how they do it. Their strength doesn't come from muscles or armor you can see. It flows from the spiritual shield within. This shield guards them not only from physical threats, but also from the mental and emotional pressures that could crush a weaker person. It's proof of an inner power earned through hardship, prayer, faith, and a deep link to something far greater than themselves. And those who try to harm the chosen one, they quickly discover that their actions rebound in ways they never expected. But this shield doesn't just defend, it transforms. It doesn't simply block negativity. It takes that dark energy and sends it back to its source, cleansed and reversed. It's as if the very presence of a chosen one is a reminder of balance, fairness, and the unity of the universe. Plans made to harm them collapse before they even begin, and schemes built in darkness crumble at the first touch of light. One of the most striking things about the chosen ones is this: no matter how hard life gets, they remain unbroken. Challenges don't define them. Their response does. While most people rely only on their intelligence to navigate the world, the chosen ones move differently. They blend intellect with spiritual awareness, emotional depth, and a natural understanding of the human heart. This wisdom allows them to see truths hidden from others. They know when to speak, when to act, and when silence is the most powerful answer of all. Every word they speak carries weight because it's born from experience, not just theory. Every choice they make ripples outward in ways others can't even measure. Their wisdom isn't learned from books or classrooms. It's carved into their soul by life itself. They've walked through fires that would have destroyed others, yet they've come out refined, like gold, with a deeper understanding of how complex the world truly is. They see the shades of gray where others see only black and white, and they move through it with grace. They are wise enough to know they don't hold every answer, but they are brave enough to keep asking the right questions and to follow truth wherever it leads. This is why the chosen ones so often find themselves in positions of influence, leadership, or guidance. People are drawn to them not just for information, but for understanding, for clarity of heart, as well as clarity of mind. When others listen to a chosen one, something shifts inside them. Perspectives expand, paths become clearer, hope returns. The chosen one's knowledge is not just for themselves, it's a gift they carry for the world. It's a light that helps others find their way when they feel lost, a compass pointing toward purpose when life seems confusing. And whether they realize it or not, everyone who crosses paths with them is changed, if only a little, by the wisdom they share. The chosen ones carry something rare, an ability so extraordinary it almost feels like magic to those who witness it. They're not just living in the world, they're shaping it. Reality doesn't simply unfold around them. Like a movie they're watching, they're the quiet directors behind the scenes, bending outcomes, shifting energies, and altering the flow of events with their presence alone. This power isn't built on force, intimidation, or control. It's born from something far deeper, a clear understanding of how energy, purpose, and intention work together. While most people drift through life, reacting to whatever happens, the chosen ones move differently. With a thought, a word, or even a subtle shift in their energy, they don't just respond to events, they create them. They possess the ability to transform obstacles into opportunities, to see a dead end and turn it into a doorway. And this isn't just about shaping the physical world. Their influence runs far deeper. They can change the emotional atmosphere of a room without saying a word. They can heal wounds others can't see, inspire confidence with a single glance, or clear confusion with a few simple, well-placed words. Being near them often feels like a quiet blessing, a calm space of hope, clarity, and possibility. Chosen ones understand something most people don't. Reality is not fixed. It's fluid, flexible, and constantly responding to the energy of the people within it. And because they understand this truth so deeply, they use it. They channel it. They direct it for good. It's not a trick or a secret ritual. It's a way of living, a way of aligning their inner world so strongly that the outer world must adjust to match it. And those who try to block, harm, or undermine a chosen one quickly learn how futile it is. What seems unshakable or permanent can shift in an instant. When their power moves, situations thought to be locked in place can unravel overnight. Barriers can dissolve. Entire outcomes can reverse. Because the chosen ones aren't just reacting to life, they're connected to the deeper flow that runs through all things. They know everything is energy, everything is connected, and everything responds to intention. This is why opposing them isn't just a mistake. It's a risk. The universe itself seems to align with their path. People who stand in the way of their purpose often find themselves swept aside by currents they can't fight. It's not revenge. It's not punishment. It's simply the natural order of things. A balancing of energy, a return to harmony. Chosen ones are not here to harm. They're here to heal, to guide, to uplift. But anyone who goes against that flow will still experience the consequences. Because that's how universal law works. Sometimes those consequences are immediate and obvious. Other times they're quiet but devastating. Opportunities slipping away, relationships falling apart, a sudden loss of peace, or an unexpected turn of luck. This is not the chosen one acting out of anger. They don't need to. The universe takes care of it. The energy someone sends out always comes back. And when someone attacks a person whose life is aligned with divine purpose, that return can be powerful and swift. This is the warning built into creation itself. Everything is connected. Every thought, every action, every intention carries weight. The chosen ones don't fight to prove this. They simply live it. And by living it, they remind the world of an ancient truth. When you stand in the flow of divine purpose, nothing and no one can stand against you. Seeing a chosen one isn't just about recognizing their power. It's about understanding the weight they carry and the delicate balance they protect. They aren't simply individuals with special gifts. They are living anchors of order, holding back chaos, working quietly to keep the world steady. Those who walk beside them, support them, or help them fulfill their purpose are contributing to something far larger than themselves. But those who oppose them often learn quickly and painfully that the forces a chosen one is aligned with are not forces to be challenged. The truth, however, is bittersweet. With all their abilities, wisdom, and capacity to shape reality, chosen ones live with a pain that is almost invisible to outsiders. They are rarely understood. Their way of thinking, their vision, their sense of purpose, it often exceeds what most people can grasp. And because of that, they're often misjudged. People see them as strange, unpredictable, or even threatening, not realizing that what they're witnessing is simply someone who doesn't fit into the small boxes society creates. This misunderstanding breeds loneliness, a loneliness deeper than most will ever experience. Chosen ones don't seek isolation. They long to connect, to be seen, to be understood. But the path they walk is their own, and it often forces them apart from those who can't see beyond the surface of their lives. They're not aloof by choice. They're alone because their mission leaves little room for crowds. Carrying their purpose without support is exhausting, yet they keep moving forward. Their calling is too important to abandon, even when it feels like the whole world has turned its back on them. And still, those who truly take the time to see them, to really see them, recognize what they are: gifts to the world. Teachers, healers, visionaries. They hold wisdom that can transform lives and strength that can shift entire communities. They live ahead of their time, glimpsing futures others can't yet imagine. The same people who doubt them now will one day look back and understand how vital they were. But even with all their gifts, chosen ones are not invincible. They've learned the hard way that not everyone who approaches them has good intentions. This is why they often seem guarded, cautious, even distant. It isn't coldness, it's survival. Their mission and their energy are precious, and they must protect, both from being drained or misused. They've come to understand that love without discernment can become a weakness. This caution doesn't mean they don't care. On the contrary, chosen ones care deeply, sometimes more deeply than anyone else. But their past has taught them that trust is sacred, not something to be handed out lightly. They take their time, observing, feeling, and weighing the intentions of those around them before opening their inner circle. This isn't pride or paranoia. It's wisdom. It's how they preserve their purpose and keep their energy aligned. And when chosen ones do open themselves to someone, their loyalty and dedication run deep. They may seem distant on the surface, but their hearts are fierce. They will stand for what they believe in, defend the people they love, and protect the mission they've been given, no matter the cost. They also understand something most don't: real power isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't need a stage. True influence is quiet, steady, and undeniable. Chosen ones change the world not by shouting for recognition, but by living with integrity. Through small acts of courage, through words spoken at the right moment, through presence that calms and uplifts, they shift the lives of everyone around them. Whether leading a crowd, guiding one lost soul, or simply walking their path with honesty and grace, they embody change. They remind the world that greatness isn't always in the spotlight. Sometimes it's in the quiet, consistent, unshakable way a person lives their truth. The impact of a chosen one's life doesn't stop in the present moment. What they do today ripples out like waves across time, shaping not only the lives around them, but the lives of generations to come. Their strength is not in domination or control, but in their ability to lead without demanding followers. People gravitate toward them not because of manipulation or pressure, but because of the authenticity and light they carry. Their presence feels magnetic. It isn't about a practiced speech or a calculated strategy. It's about who they are at their core. Honest, wise, compassionate, and deeply human. That's what makes them true leaders. They don't wield power through fear or force, but through empathy, understanding, and a profound grasp of the human heart. Chosen ones know something that many forget. Permanent change is never created by a single grand gesture. It's built in the quiet, consistent choices we make every day. They understand how even the smallest decision can echo through countless lives. Without fanfare, without applause, they are always shaping the future. One step, one act, one moment at a time. Their quiet influence proves that small acts of kindness or wisdom can create enormous waves of transformation. They see what others can't. Where most people see failure, they see possibility. Where most see pain, they see an opening for healing. They have the rare ability to look into the darkest corners of human experience and still find the spark of light within. This is why chosen ones are natural healers. They don't simply offer advice. They offer presence. They become a safe space for those who have lost their way, a voice of clarity when confusion takes over, a steady hand for the hurting. Their words mend unseen wounds, their energy restores hope. This ability isn't a talent they were born with, it's a skill carved out of suffering. They have walked through their own darkness, endured their own trials, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. It's the pain they've survived that gives them the power to guide others back to the light. They do not fear the shadows. They embrace them, because they know healing begins where light meets darkness. They know their gift is not just an opportunity, but a duty, a sacred responsibility to help others rise. And they do it with humility, never seeking praise, but simply because it's who they are. Yet this power also makes them vulnerable to being misjudged. People who don't understand them may see their quiet strength as weakness or their kindness as naivety. They may underestimate them, dismiss them, or even try to exploit them. But this is a mistake, a dangerous one. When someone misjudges a chosen one, the consequences ripple out just as powerfully as the good they spread. Relationships shift, opportunities dry up, and sometimes a person's own inner peace begins to crumble. This isn't the chosen one seeking revenge, it's the universe balancing the scales. Negativity and criticism do not break them. They strengthen their resolve, but those who try to harm or diminish them inevitably face the consequences of their own energy coming back around. This is the hidden law surrounding the chosen ones. When someone attacks them unfairly, life responds in ways that are often unpredictable, sometimes even permanent. The scales of justice always seem to tip toward them, protecting their path and mission. Those who have thought poorly of them, who have tried to bring them down, will one day face the reality of just how wrong they were. Because the chosen ones are not simply living their own story. They are guardians of a larger purpose. And when you stand against that purpose, you're not just standing against a person, you're standing against the current of something far greater than yourself. Have you ever met someone who, without saying a word, makes you stop and think? There's something different about them. Someone whose presence alone seems to carry weight, as if the universe itself is standing with them. These are the chosen ones, people who walk through life with a quiet power most cannot explain, yet everyone can feel. Those who harm or underestimate them soon realize the depth of their mistake. The regret cuts deeper than any punishment, because deep down they know they lost something precious. Guidance, protection, and wisdom that could have changed their lives. The lesson is simple but unforgettable. Never doubt the power or purpose of the chosen ones. Doing so doesn't just bring regret. It can set in motion consequences that cannot be undone. What makes these individuals extraordinary is not loud strength or obvious dominance. It's their natural power. The chosen ones see what others miss. Where most are fooled by appearances, they see through illusions, lies, and deception. They can sense the truth hiding beneath the surface, like sunlight breaking through a storm. This isn't a skill they learned in a book or a trick they picked up somewhere. It's a gift woven into their very being. And though they may not fully understand it themselves, it guides them through every part of life: relationships, decisions, challenges, and conversations. They have the rare ability to cut through noise. They can tell when someone's words don't match their intentions, when a smile hides deceit, or when a promise is empty. Their intuition isn't just a hunch. It's an inner compass, a quiet voice that tells them the truth others overlook. Even when everything around them is chaotic. They make choices with clarity and confidence, as if the fog of confusion doesn't exist for them. Anyone who tries to manipulate or control them quickly learns how impossible it is to outsmart a mind and spirit that sees so clearly. But their power goes deeper than exposing lies. The chosen ones also understand the hidden desires, fears, and motives of others. They know what someone truly wants, even when that person doesn't fully realize it themselves. This insight allows them to handle complicated situations with a kind of grace and wisdom that most people struggle to find. They can guide others out of confusion and help them see truths they've been blind to, not by force, but by gently holding up a mirror to their souls. What truly sets them apart, though, is the strength of their inner world. They don't just see the world as it is, they see it as it could be. This vision gives them the ability to help others rise to their full potential, to help people heal and grow beyond their limitations. They carry a deep sense of peace within themselves, and this calmness is their anchor in life's fiercest storms. Peace, for them, isn't about avoiding pain or running from challenges. It's about meeting life head-on and mastering it. Most people are tossed around by the waves of trouble, but the chosen ones remain steady, like a lighthouse in the dark. They've earned this serenity not through comfort, but through surviving the worst life can throw at them. Their peace is real, unshakable, and impossible to fake, and it spreads to everyone around them. Just standing near them can make you feel grounded, clearer, and lighter. This inner calm comes from years of spiritual work, self-reflection, and a willingness to grow. They've learned to let go of control, to accept life's ups and downs as natural, and to find power not in controlling every outcome, but in controlling themselves. Through meditation, prayer, or deep introspection, they've built an inner balance that nothing external can break. This sense of self is like an unmovable mountain, steady no matter how hard the winds of chaos blow. And because of it, they radiate stability, helping others feel safe, focused, and strong. Have you ever noticed how some people seem unshakable, no matter how chaotic the world around them becomes? While everyone else is rushing, distracted, and overwhelmed, these rare individuals move through life with a quiet calm that feels almost otherworldly. They don't simply survive storms. They carry peace inside them, like a steady flame that never flickers. These are the chosen ones. Their presence alone is a lesson. They show us that real strength isn't about fighting chaos or trying to escape it. It's about learning how to stay centered within it. Peace, they teach us, isn't the absence of problems, but the ability to remain calm, focused, and clear-minded no matter what's happening outside. This, perhaps, is their greatest gift to the world, not just carrying peace within themselves, but sharing it with others. People often assume the chosen ones are lucky or blessed, but the truth is far heavier. Behind their calm smiles and quiet strength is a burden most people will never see or understand. Their calling isn't about personal gain or comfort. It's about something larger, something sacred. They know their role in the world is bigger than any single wish or desire, and they accept the weight of that responsibility even when it feels suffocating. That's what makes them so resilient. That's what makes them different. They keep going not because life is easy, but because they know the world needs them. Their sense of purpose wasn't chosen, it was entrusted to them. Even when the path feels lonely, unclear, or unbearably heavy, they walk it with humility and grace. This devotion to their mission is what gives them their quiet power, while others are driven by fear or self-interest. The chosen ones are guided by something higher, a vision that transcends their own lives. But that sense of mission isn't always easy to bear. At times it feels crushing, as if the weight of the world has been placed on their shoulders. They doubt. They question themselves. They wonder if they're strong enough to fulfill what's been asked of them. Yet, even in those moments, they lean into their faith, their inner strength, and their unshakable resolve. They know they've come too far to turn back. Paradoxically, it's the heaviness of their duty that fuels their strength. The very weight that could break them instead becomes the reason they rise again and again. This is why the chosen ones don't just stand by and watch the world. They shape it. Their presence sparks change wherever they go. A shift in someone's thinking, a moment of unexpected inspiration, a surge of courage or creativity in those they meet. They're more than observers, they're catalysts. They light fires of transformation, not only within themselves, but within others. They understand that change isn't instant. It's not a single grand moment, but a slow, patient process that requires courage and persistence. This is why the chosen ones are not afraid to question traditions, break patterns, or challenge the status quo. They know discomfort is often the doorway to growth, and unlike many, they're willing to walk through it. Perhaps their most striking trait is their ability to see potential in others long before it's visible on the surface. They can spot the seed of greatness in someone even when that person feels small or lost. They see promise where others see flaws, and because of this, their influence runs deeper than motivation or inspiration. They awaken people to possibilities they didn't even know existed. The chosen ones have a rare gift, the ability to help others reach their full potential. They do this in ways both big and small, sometimes through wise advice, sometimes by offering support, and sometimes simply by listening. Even a single moment with them can give someone the courage to believe in themselves, to take the steps necessary to grow, and to make the changes required to live the life they truly desire. Their influence doesn't stop at individuals, it spreads outward, touching entire communities and inspiring collective transformation. Yet, the greatest transformation often happens within the chosen ones themselves. Every interaction, every challenge, every person they meet teaches them something new about their purpose. They understand that true change isn't only about shaping the world around them, it's about becoming the best version of themselves. As they grow, their growth ripples outward, subtly shifting the world in ways most people never notice. What sets the chosen ones apart is their deep, unbreakable connection to the divine. Whether through faith, philosophy, or a profound sense of service, they are linked to something far greater than themselves. This connection is the source of their strength, wisdom, and resilience. It acts as a lighthouse in moments of darkness, guiding them when the path seems unclear. They know that they are not just ordinary people. They are channels for a higher purpose, entrusted with a mission that transcends personal desires. Living in alignment with this higher truth shapes every choice they make. They trust that the world is ordered and that everything happens for a reason, even if the reasons are hidden for now. This faith allows them to face uncertainty with courage, overcome obstacles that would stop others in their tracks, and continue moving forward even when everything seems to fall apart. The divine presence with them isn't just a comfort, it's their most powerful tool, the source of the light they bring into the world. One of the most profound abilities of the chosen ones is their capacity to forgive. They understand that to carry out their mission, they must release the past, the anger, hurt, and disappointment that could weigh them down. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing bad behavior. It means freeing themselves from the chains of negative emotion that block their path. By letting go of resentment, they allow themselves to move fully into their power and purpose. Forgiveness also strengthens the world around them. When they release anger and pain, they break cycles of negativity, helping not only themselves but others heal as well. This wisdom comes from their deep understanding of life's interconnectedness. They know that clinging to bitterness only perpetuates harm, while forgiveness restores balance and opens the way for growth, peace, and progress. Through this ability to forgive, the chosen ones exemplify what it truly means to lead with both strength and grace. They don't just change lives by what they do. They change them by how they rise above hardship, how they navigate challenges, and how they model the power of letting go. In doing so, they embody a truth that is simple, but profound. Real power is born not from holding on, but from knowing when to release, to heal, and to move forward with light in your heart. If you're watching this, it's not an accident. Something bigger than you is calling. The chosen ones are not just lucky. They're protected, guided, and built for a purpose the world can't yet see. Even in chaos, they stay calm. Even in storms, they stand strong. They carry a power that turns pain into wisdom and setbacks into strength. They don't just survive, they transform everyone they meet. Their secret: a deep connection to something greater, a force that shields them, lights their path, and turns every challenge into growth. They forgive when others hold grudges. They rise when others fall, and they awaken the same power in you. If this message is reaching you, it's because you're meant to hear it. Your journey is just beginning. The question is, will you answer the call?